The advice I would give is honestly, when applying for any sort of long-term, including ZELZ, one of the biggest things that you can do is to just be yourself. I feel like people tend to be really harsh on themselves, and many may try to embody individuals like Pearl Lilac.
Welcome to the show, Vin. Let's begin with an introduction of yourself.
Hello everyone! Many people within this community just know me as my tag It's Finster. However, a good chunk of people here also just know me as Vin. I am a Discord moderator for many communities such as CT Studios, who are responsible for the Roblox game The Mimic, and also other communities such as Friendship Island and Borderlands. I have been involved around the ZELZ community by mainly participating in the long terms provided here, such as ZELZ Season 2, Experiment 3, and Experiment 4, but also as a reporter for Experiment 5.
When did you join ZELZ and why did you join ZELZ?
So I had joined ZELZ via Discord officially on November 23rd, 2025. However, I have been a fan of the trial since the beta release and also the era of 2022 to 2023. Originally, it really never crossed my mind about joining the Discord community, despite being a fan of the trials for a very long time, until one of the Discord communities that I actually moderated for had dragged me to one of the judge examinations. At that time, I was really curious because there would be a group of people constantly using the abbreviated words HHS or BBS, and so I had grown really curious and asked about what these abbreviated terms meant, which everyone kind of just dragged me to join the trials via a judge examination, and HHS was the very first one I was dragged to. After playing that judge examination and doing horribly, I won't lie, I kind of just joined the Discord community because I couldn't help but be more updated towards the trials again. And I became more involved in the community slowly and have been involved and connected with people more ways than I could really imagine.
How have the trials evolved over the years?
From my information, the trials has evolved itself over the years by focusing a lot on community engagement. Zelcast has made a lot of progress to keep his community engaged by introducing concepts like the competitive features of Phase 0 with the judge examinations, but also introducing long terms into this community like the experiment. The amount of quality increase also is really notable, as the trials quality within the phases and the way it has ran has improved so much since the first time I've ever stepped foot in the trials. Zelcast also has continued to just release content that provides engagement and support within the community, which I like to believe is a really new era within itself.
Which Sacrifice Sanctuary challenge do you like and hate the most?
I don't play Sacrifice Sanctuary all that much. However, when I do, one of my favorite challenges that I love is Laser Conveyor. It's one of the most mobile-friendly games, and also I just really love winning it every single time because I am literally Lightning McQueen on that challenge. Don't test me. And meanwhile, the challenge that I say I would hate the most is actually a basement challenge. It has done me dirty every single time, and that is Lily Pad Lifeguards. Again, I've never won a round of it, and it is truly my ender. And if any of you purchase that basement challenge when I'm playing Sacrifice Sanctuary and I'm going to the basement, I am just leaving the game. You will be blocked, okay?
Which staff member in ZELZ are you the closest with?
This is very messy, at least for me, because I'm friends with so many of them. But I also think at the end of the day, people would be able to tell that the staff member in ZELZ that I'm the closest with is just our dearest head mediator, CDog616. Just without an exception, he is the first person that does come to mind, as CDog has continuously been one of the most respectable people within this server, and I don't take any bots. We've gotten very close since the first time I've started interacting with him, and he has become one of my greatest friends. He's been there for me through many of my ups and downs, and it has just shown me continuous support in the things that I've been involved in or in things I've wanted to do. For example, he's one of the few people who joined reality television in order to spectate the Survivor long term that I'm currently doing. He does his best to make it to every session and continues to support my gameplay within the long term. And it just warms my heart every single time because the support means the world to me. And out of a lot of people within the server, Sea-Dog is also one of the few people who just knows me the best. It's kind of scary how well he knows me nowadays because, like, the moment I start showing any signs that are out of character for me, he just immediately asks if I'm okay. So I've never really doubted the friendship that I had with Sea-Dog for a moment since he has seen me really for the person that I am.
Have you betrayed a teammate during a judge examination?
I mean, who hasn't? I've done it like many times. I'm crying. One of the most notable betrayals that people constantly remind me of is the first time I ever stole the pot. I was with the Supernova Alliance in the pod at the time, and one of the biggest goals that I had was I needed enough zips in order to be the Phase 069th ring holder, which, by the way, I did achieve recently, so yay! At the time, I had around 120k zips, and I realized as the week was approaching closer that I may not get enough to have the ring that I wanted, so...
Rank the 4 judge examinations.
Number 1, I would have to say, is Hungry Hungry Sharks. I've actually been getting really better at the game despite never winning an HHS myself, and despite that, it just provides a lot of good memories. But also, Kyle, if you are watching, I will tag you again, and I will defeat you in a final 2, okay? Thank you. Number 2, though, I would then say is Kingdoms. I feel like I am the Kingdoms Queen after all. That's how I actually became known within this community in the first place, as it was like the first judge examination I ever won, and was the judge examination I actually got really intense in when I was new to the community. So because of that, I would have to rank it number 2. Number 3, I think, would be Butterfly Blossom Skull. I really love this judge examination, and the RNG has me giggling every single time when I'm with my friends, at least especially in the final 4 when me and my friend are both real roles. Shout out to you, Shrimp, as well. I won my last non-ring judge examination with Shrimp when we played BBS. Number 4, I would then say, is the pot. Now, I've won a lot of pots, like that being 7 out of 17 wins, and honestly, I love the pot. I think I'm one of the few people who actually do enjoy it, but I will rank it 4 because it is the most time-consuming one, so it has to stand here.
What is one piece of advice you give to someone applying for a future season of ZELZ?
The advice I would give is, honestly, when applying for any sort of long-term, including ZELZ, one of the biggest things that you can do is to just be yourself. I feel like people tend to be really harsh on themselves, and many may try to embody individuals like Pearl Lilac or Mario Alex, or to be honest, just anyone they aren't during the application process, which obviously too many, they want something to stand out within their application, so they try to make themselves different because they may believe that they get lost in a crowd of applicants. But honestly, I always think the best way to go about any sort of application is to just be yourself. Everybody at the end of the day is unique and different, and sometimes the way to stand out is to overly be yourself. So don't enter any long-term trying to be someone you aren't, but rather the most iconic player that you can be, because that's what leaves a mark at the end of the day to anyone reviewing your application. And I think that's why I got into ZELZ Season 2. So anyone who's doing ZELZ Season 3, if they have one in the future and you're gonna apply, be yourself. You want to show Zelness that you should be there. I think you want to show to the audience members, I have a charm about me, and I got into this long term because I wanted to prove to people that I can be the most iconic player I can be. And I think that's the best mindset that you can enter with.
What is your favorite game outside of Roblox?
My favorite game outside of Roblox would have to be Among Us. what do you guys expect me to say? I really love social games, and it's something I could actually play regardless of what I'm playing on. Like, we need more mobile-friendly games, you guys. Like, if anyone has recommendations, my DMs are on request, and like, please DM me like recommendations. I'm bored.
Which YouTuber do you like watching the most?
So I actually enjoy two YouTubers. I'd say it's between Sun Kenji and then a channel known as Spilled Ink, which is hosted by Dairis and Emorichu. Both art YouTubers you may recognize from your childhood. They often inspire me to continue drawing and everything. It's also just a peaceful YouTube channel to just watch and enjoy. So I would say is those two.
What is one thing you learned while competing in Season 2 of ZELZ?
I think one of the things that I've learned from the experiments is I've learned to have patience. Sometimes when competing in long terms, you have to understand that not everything happens so quickly, and especially it's something hard for me to do as I always think at 1,000,000 miles per hour. But when I was in the experiments, majority of my flaws I fear were because I didn't have the patience to wait for the right moment. I wanted the right moment to be made by my terms, but never waiting for it to happen. And that doesn't mean consistently just waiting and not doing moves, but rather planting seeds for the right moment to suddenly bloom out of nowhere. And mainly because, like, you are in an experiment with 29 other people, or any long term, in fact, you are in a long term with like other people. They will potentially plant seeds themselves that may backfire on them, and it will give you a chance for an opening, you know. But I've carried that lesson for me to the other current long term I'm currently in, which is reality television for Survivor. I've definitely noticed how much patience can take into account, because everything is like a domino effect. You want to carefully plan your pieces so they all individually fall correctly in the sequence they're supposed to, rather than like stopping midway because you didn't carefully place your pieces correctly. And I think that's something everyone should carry with them, at least, and any long term they also do.